What is going on, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and as we start to wind down the first week of the Golden Bullet Global event, I wanted to bring you another one of my favorite builds to use, and this one is centered around the Kingbreaker assault rifle. Now, first of all, if you do not have this, you can farm for it anywhere the AR is the targeted loot. I recommend hitting up either Countdown or the Summit. And as we jump into the build breakdown, there are two things I'd like to mention really quick. First of all, remember that this is just a template. There are so many different ways to run with a build like this. And secondly, even though I'm highlighting this build during the Golden Bullet Global event, when this event is not active, this build is extremely effective on its own. So no matter when you see this video, I definitely recommend checking this thing out. Now, as always, we're going to start with a specialization. You can see I'm using Technician, and the main reason for that is because with that specialization, I have access to the Link Laser Pointer, and with that equipped on my weapons, that is going to pulse every single enemy I target, which is going to keep the talents on my chest and weapons procced the entire time. Now, that does mean in your weapon skill tree, you need to have the rifle activated because that is how you have access to the Link Laser Pointer. And then the other two weapons you choose are your primary and secondary. Now, for my primary, as I mentioned earlier, I do have the Kingbreaker, and in the meantime, if you do not have this, any long-barreled weapon you want to use is fine. It could be another assault rifle, it could be an SMG, it could be a shotgun, whatever combination you want to use is totally good, especially when this event is active. However, the reason I recommend using the Kingbreaker is because it has the talent Perfect Flatline, which amplifies weapon damage by 20% to pulsed enemies, and remember, every single enemy we target is going to be pulsed in this game when that pointer is equipped. And now my secondary is an ACS-12 with a regular talent Flatline. And on a side note, my fellow agents, if you have not as yet used an automatic shotgun during the Golden Bullet Global event, I need you to put something like this together. I promise you, you will not regret it. It is a ton of fun to use. Now, moving on to the gear itself. You can see I'm using 3 Striker, 1 Uzina, 1 Brazos, and the Ninjabike backpack, which is where we're going to start. Now, I know most of you know exactly how this backpack works, and while you may be missing out on a stronger backpack talent, what I like about this thing is that it allows you to put together certain builds that would be impossible to do otherwise because of its talent resourceful, which slots in with any equipped gear set and or brand set item to fulfill a requirement towards unlocking a gear set's bonus, can unlock bonuses from multiple sets simultaneously. Now, moving on to the mask, you can see it is the first of 3 pieces of the Striker gear set, but again, because we are wearing the Ninjabike, we get all 4 gear set bonuses: 2 pieces 15% weapon handling, 3 pieces 15% rate of fire, and 4 pieces Striker's Gamble. Weapon hits increase total weapon damage by 0.65%, stacking up to 100 times, and on every single one of these pieces, I am trying to stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage everywhere I can. Now we make our way to the body armor, and as you can see, it is the named Uzina body armor. The closer, we get that 5% total armor, 10% armor on kill, and it has the talent Perfect Spotter, which amplifies total weapon and skill damage by 20% to pulsed enemies. And remember, because we are using the linked laser pointer, every single enemy we target is going to be pulsed, which means that talent is going to be running non-stop. We make our way to the holster. It's the Picaro's holster, the 1 piece of Brazos. And once again, because of the Ninjabike being equipped, we do get 2 of those brand set bonuses. That gives us an extra skill tier. You can see this has maxed out core armor and 15% weapon damage as well, which in my opinion makes this one of the best holsters in the game. Last but not least, we have the knee pads and the gloves. They are the final 2 pieces of the Striker gear set. And as I mentioned earlier, I am trying to stack crit hit chance and crit hit damage everywhere I can. Now, as far as my skills are concerned, I'm using my 2 favorite in the game. They are the Crusader Shield, just in case things get sideways, and the Assault Drone because it's a great distraction to NPC. It puts out damage as well. And remember, because we're using Perfect Spotter, we are going to be getting an additional 20% skill damage bonus on top of the 20% weapon damage bonus to pulsed enemies. That will be every single enemy we target. I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, if you have questions, comments, or feedback, please let me know. Most of you know by now that one of my favorite aspects about putting these build videos together is the family that we have here at the channel. So as always, if you have any tips or tricks you want to pass along to new and returning players, please let me know, as the main goal is to help out as many people as we can. That is going to do it for this video, my fellow agents. I failed to mention this at the beginning, but we do have giveaways here, and as you can see, our current one is for an Xbox Series S. We're giving away 2, and all you need to do to enter is either subscribe here or follow on Twitter, and the winners will be announced October 1st of this year. On that note, I'm going to leave you with some gameplay footage. I sincerely appreciate the privilege of your time, and as I mention at the end of every one of these, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.